I think when you look at Texas and the importance of Texas, it's a bulwark. And there's a swagger about Texas. There's an aura about Texas. I mean, you can go anywhere in the military and you can tell people you're from Pennsylvania, you're from Dakota, you're California, whatever. But when you tell folks you're from Texas, and I've seen it, people perk up because they understand that swagger. They understand that aura. They understand that history. People understand the Alamo, but yet today we have people moving into Texas. They've never been to the Alamo. They don't understand. They don't know Texas history. There was a lot of people that are moving into Texas, never been to San Jacinto battlefield and understood what happened in 18 minutes. I mean, we thought we were pretty, tough stuff in 96 hours being Saddam. Sam Houston, those guys whipped Santa Ana in 18 minutes, just right down the road here. That tells you something about this state. And I remember as a kid, sitting down and watching the original movie, The Alamo, with John Wayne and Richard Widmark, and just being, these guys would stay there and stand there and say they're not going to surrender and die for something. That's what we have to understand that makes Texas the lone star that illuminates the other 49 stars on the flag of the United States of America.
Outside of the rich history of Texas, and you're right, there's so much incredible history. What makes Texas, when you say hold Texas, hold the nation, hold the world, what makes it the battleground for that right now? Like why? Clearly the left and the Democrat Party has targeted Texas because they understand the same thing. If we take Texas, we take it all. Like what is it about Texas that makes it that battleground? Is it the way it fits in the electoral system? How's that work?
Well, there's the finite and there's the infinite.
Okay.
The finite thing is the electoral votes. But if you flip Texas, you have destroyed that aura. Just the same as how they've come after the military. And now the military is all about gender dysphoria and DEI and all this kind of crap. They've destroyed the essence and the foundation of the military, which was once about a meritocracy. Now it's about, recently we have this general in the Army, 4-star general, that was weighing in on a promotion board for a female lieutenant colonel because he felt that, promotion boards were racist. That's not your business. Okay. So they've gone after the military and undermined our foundation. They want to undermine the foundation of Texas. There's a book that came out maybe 2 or 3 years ago that, was about, the Alamo being a myth. This was written by so-called Texans, but they're leftists.
Right.
And they're trying to dispel the Alamo. They're trying to say that, Santa Ana had every right to come here because these white guys were standing up and fighting for slavery. That's how they try to demean everything. And they're trying to say that they weren't really cowards, for standing there and continuing to fight. What greater thing can happen when someone says, victory or death? Travis's letter from February the 24th of 1836. But that's what the left is really trying to do. The left is all about this aura about Texas, which is an aura about America. You look at Massachusetts now, I guarantee you that if the Sons of Liberty could come out of their graves and see what Massachusetts had become, they'd just be appalled.
Yeah.
And they would probably ask, then why did we make the stand at Lexington Green and Concord? Why did we fight against the tyranny of the British? And so I believe that when you go to the Alamo and you stand there at the cenotaph and you see the names of all those individuals that, remember, their bodies were piled up and they were all burned. That is the place that we remember. But yet here in Texas, all of a sudden, let's move the cenotaph off of the battleground that was the Alamo. See, that's what is happening here in Texas. It is undermining that essence of what Texas really is. It's not about the Cowboys winning a football game, whatever. It's about what made the Lone Star the Lone Star.
Texas being that shining star in the nation, and so many people are moving here. We're sitting in a building right now that's supposed to be surrounded by the international headquarters from Ideologies Foundation, and it's taken us, we've been 2.5 years in the process because permitting is so difficult to get here in Montgomery County because there's so many companies and people flooding from around the country to Texas, and it's taken us, we should have built this thing in 6 months, but it's been 2.5 years now because of that. And so that could be really good if people are voting for the reasons they left, or it could be really bad if people are coming here and voting.
Two types of people are moving. You have the folks that are making the individual decision that I've had it in California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, and I want to go somewhere where I believe that, number one, my vote counts, and number one, I can, have a sense of liberty and freedom. And again, they understand that aura of Texas. But the other group of people, when you're out there and you're enticing corporations to pick up and leave these places, but these corporations are bringing their employees, and no one is explaining to these employees of these corporations
why they moved.
That's right. Okay. And so they come here and they're like, well, I kind of liked it back there. And so I want to make here like there. And no one's telling them about the locust effect. And what I tell people about, progressives and socialists and leftists and Marxists, they have a locust effect. They go where there's fertile ground. And then they chew it up and destroy it because that's what their policies do. I mean, a lot of people, I recently saw the movie Reagan. A lot of people don't realize Ronald Reagan was the governor of California. Ronald Reagan could not get elected the governor of California today.
No.
But yet you see all these people fleeing and leaving California, and they've destroyed California.
Well, Ronald Reagan was the governor of a thriving
California. And you see people leaving California, going to Colorado. Yeah. And what are they doing? I mean, look at now you've got criminal, illegal immigrant gangs, threatening people.
Colorado's destroyed.
There you go.
Destroyed it.
And that's what I call the locust effect. And so we have to be on guard because these leftists will come here in Texas do the exact same thing.
Yeah, so important, and people recognize and realize that.